Hey guys, Chris Woolley here, and I wanted to go over quickly the new rules for the same subject but different concept. So this is a new change that's going to align better with what the Professional Photographers of America is currently doing with their rule for the same subject, different concept. Now, previously, if you've had the same subject in your image, and then you had another image that had the exact same subject in it, even if it was an entirely new concept, then both images would be disqualified. Now, this we realize has provided a bit of a disservice to our clients that work with like muses, have original concepts, do self portraits, that sort of thing. And so I wanted to dive in real quick and just show you some of the differences and some of the risks and rewards that we can get with the same subject, different concept. So up here, I've got a senior portrait, and I've got this young lady here. So let's say that this is one image that I'm wanting to enter. And then I've got another image. Exact same girl, but completely different outfit, different look, different location. So the question is this a different concept for it? And under the current guidelines, no, this would not be considered a different enough concept. Right now, it's still a casual portrait, a senior type portrait of our model. We may have changed locations, but we didn't really change looks at all on this. So if you were to submit both of these, this would not be a different enough concept, and therefore both image submissions would be disqualified. So that one's just one quick look of like a senior portrait session. So the advice on this one is that if you have an amazing subject, be safe on this one and only select one image from that photo shoot, and you're going to be in good shape. If you select both, you risk having both of them disqualified. Let's take another look. So I've got here this family portrait that's up here. So I've got four people that's there, and then let's say as a second image, I'm wanting to submit this one. This is a very stylized image, but it does feature the same subject, this woman right here. So we have two very different concepts that are happening inside of this image. In this one, we've got like a family portrait that's going on. This one, we have a very stylized portrait. Very clearly and unambiguously different concepts. Totally fine to do that one. Completely different looks and feelings. Totally fine for being able to have that. So that one's okay. Next, I've got this guy here. Here's a cowboy, very low-key portrait. And then I've got this one, same cowboy, but very high-key stylized portrait. So this one we might be asking, is this the same subject or and yes, it is. Now, is it a different concept? In this case, it's a cowboy. He's dressed up like a cowboy. We know it's a cowboy. Probably not going to be a different enough concept, although the judges may allow it. That's a risk that if you really, really wanted to enter both, you'd be having to take. My gut feeling would be that no, these are not different enough concepts, but ultimately it's going to be up to our chairs, the people that are in charge of image competition, to decide whether they're separate enough. So for this one, I would say no, they are not different enough concepts. This is not going to work. So they are very nice images, just not different enough. Okay, so what about this image? So I've got this pinup model, and we're here, got this amazing shot, and then I've got this one, same pinup model, same airplane in the background. That is the exact same model and a very similar concept, maybe two different takes on it, just like the senior portrait session, but not different enough. So that would not work. But what if I did something like, say, had a completely different feeling for it? So same subject, she's in the same dress actually, but way different feeling, way different vibe that's coming on this image. This would still be a really, really similar concept. She's wearing the exact same outfit. We still have kind of that retro pinup girl mentality with it. This would not be different enough. So this would not qualify for us. I'm going to throw up one more example. Here we have this as a pinup model. She's got a very different look, different outfit, different pose, different expression, different feeling, different lighting style that's on it. So still in the pinup genre, but we've got a lot of variety or a lot of difference that comes through. This one would be subject to the judges saying, yes, we think they're different or not. In my opinion, these are different enough that they would be okay to submit both of them, but that's a risk that you'd have to be willing to take. So kind of summarizing what we have here, if they are very, very obviously different images with different uses, different concepts, like shot on different days, chances are you're going to be pretty good. Now, if they are similar in any way, shape, or form, whether it's the clothing, the location, or the style, or the genre of the image, that might not be considered a different concept. And now the risks that come with it. If it's a same subject, but the judges don't feel it's a different concept, both of your images are going to be disqualified. I'm going to repeat that. Both of your images will be disqualified if the judges don't feel that it's a different concept. That one's huge. You could lose half your case if you think they are the same. Now, if they are very, very distinctly separate images, separate concept, then you're going to be good and there's no problem or no issue. So if you want to play it safe, don't enter the same subject and you don't have to worry about anything. If you are going to do that, just be very, very mindful that it is going to come down to the judge's opinion on whether it's a different enough concept. And this, because they are judges with their own opinions, can vary from year to year. There is no steadfast rule that, let's say that we accept it at PPW, that PPA would not disqualify it, or vice versa. PPA may have accepted it or considered it a different concept, but PPW might not. So very important that we do keep that as a good idea. It's always best to keep them as different as possible. If you do have similar images or things that might be considered to be similar, you can always enter them in different years. So maybe enter the first image this year and then do a new image next year, and you'll be totally safe and fine because we're talking entries that are on here for your case. We can't have the same subject without having the different concept inside of our case. Hopefully this helped cleared it up. Again, I'm Chris Woolley, and good luck on your competition entries.